Get it right. That was the directive from the minister. To discuss this further is a renowned and a championship-winning boxing trainer and manager, Colin Nathan. He joins me. A very good afternoon and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Thank you for your time. What do you make of the new 7-member board for Boxing South Africa?
Well, thank you, Valen, and it's great to be on your platform. I think it's welcomed. South African boxing and the South African boxing public have been crying for help. Administratively, it's been a really, really rough 18 months with some mind-boggling decisions. And now I think with a new fresh look, Sfiso Shongwe coming in as chairman, I think South African boxing people woke up this morning with new hope, new vigor, and the hope that things are going to change and change for the better. We've had cancellations at the last minute, fighters coming to weigh-ins, only to be told that the show's non-compliant, and that's because the rules have been flouted, and it's quite clear in the Act that these rules need to be listened to and administered correctly. So this is a welcoming news for the boxing fraternity, and I have no doubt in my mind that Sfiso Shongwe is going to be the right man for the job to clean it up.
Less than 2 weeks ago, you called for an inquiry into boxing and to what's been going on there for the last 18 months. Do you still feel the same way?
Yes, I definitely do think there should be a commission of inquiry. There's been lots of misappropriated funds through Boxing South Africa. There's some raising issues, particularly with the Boxing South Africa Awards, where an event manager got 963,000 Rand. We want to know who that event manager is. Where did the money go? How was that process? How did that process happen? And then if that's the case, why did Fights of the Year, male and female, only get 50,000 Rand for each of them? So there's a lot of questions, and I do think there should be a commission of inquiry for boxing. Definitely. In my mind, there has to be accountability, particularly also with the new AG reports, with local travel last year being 1.2 million Rand, this year being 5.5 million Rand, which is a whopping 466,000 Rand a month. So we want answers. It's government money, and people have a right to know, and certainly the South African boxing public want to know where their money went.
If you have Sfiso Shongwe's ear, do you say that's his top priority as they begin their duties on the 12th of December?
Well, I don't think it's his top priority. I think that his top priority is to give boxing a new look and to give people hope in the country who are part of the commission, who are licensees, who are stakeholders for Boxing South Africa. I think that would be his first job. The sports minister alluded, because I was there yesterday, alluded to the fact that there's going to be a big mop-up campaign. But I think the first thing is to create a different, fresh look and trust within Boxing South Africa, because as a licensee, there was just not a lot of trust on my part. And I'm not the only person who felt that way or feels this way. I think there's a lot of boxing people who've been scared or afraid to speak out because of the implications. And I've been one of those guys who are like, listen, people need a voice. Fighters need a voice. They've got their wrong end of the stick this year. And I'm one of those guys that are thinking, you know what, Colin, just go out, say what you need to say, and let's get rid of the rot. And I feel yesterday with the minister's new appointments, I feel that's a step in the right direction, Valen.
Colin, it seems as if every couple of years we get to this point where there's all this hope, all this energy, boxing is going to be revived. That's certainly what happened the last time the board was elected. Even the minister yesterday saying that the outgoing board was mandated to come up with a plan for the sports renewal. Why do we keep on going in the same cycle every 3 or 4 years?
It's a great question. And I was asked this question recently this week. Someone asked me, do I think boxing in this country should be privatized? And I'm quite honest with you, and I'm going to say no. There's nothing wrong with the sport being governed by the Acts. The issue is having the right leadership who govern the sport. And I think that's been the crucial problem, is that we didn't have the right leaders. And I'm hoping that Sfiso Shongwe will lead and be a true leader in reviving the sport of boxing and fixing up this tainted mess that the outgoing board has left. And it's very sad to say that. I love boxing with all my heart. We've done several interviews over the years, you and I. We've worked together as well. And you know how passionate I am about boxing. Just get the right leadership at the top who can champion these fighters and champion these stakeholders and licensees to a good positive sport, and that's what boxing needs.
There's also 3 women on the board: Princess Mangoma, Romy Titus, and Nandi Msheshe. Was this a good move, especially with the fact that women's boxing has really struggled to get its wings, to get the lift-off that it really needs?
I think so. And I think the new board's pretty balanced. So, again, I think Sfiso Shongwe is the right guy for the job. But time will tell. He is one of the guys I nominated to be on the board, so I'm very proud of that moment. With regards to female, I think there should be a good gender balance, and I think there is. I think more needs to be done for South African female boxing. And I think with the three women on the board, I think potentially we could be seeing just that.
Colin Nathan, renowned boxing trainer and manager, thank you for your time here on Newzroom Afrika. And Stephen, that's how we come to the end of your sports in this hour. I'll have more sport for you in the next.